Hi. So today we're going to get straight into it. So this topic is around something that I hear a lot of the time. I see it plastered on social media, but it's actually one of the biggest excuses that people use, that they use for not actually having healthier food in their homes and not eating healthier food and not giving their kids healthier food. So I thought it was one that really deserved some attention this week. So that myth is around the fact that healthy eating is too expensive. Now, while it's true, absolutely, that organic, specialty, health foods can be more expensive, actually eating whole foods, nutrient-dense foods, it can actually save you money compared to a diet full of processed foods. And I'm going to go through 7, 7 different ways that eating healthier is actually cheaper for you or better for your bank balance than eating processed foods. Yeah. So number 1, whole foods actually give you a lot more for your money. See, processed foods often come in small portions with lots of fillers, lots of those preservatives, artificial sweeteners, artificial ingredients. Whereas fresh whole foods like fruits, vegetables, beans, rice, eggs, meats, those things are more nutrient dense, which also means you get more vitamins, minerals, energy, and energy. So more bang for your buck, for your dollar spent. So, for example, like you might spend less on a processed food, but you might eat it and it's got higher calories, but it's not going to fill you up. So then you've got to eat something else and something else and something else. Whereas if you just spent slightly more, maybe, on a piece of steak or a couple of eggs, you are actually going to be eating less because they are more nutrient dense and they keep you fuller for longer. So overall, you actually end up spending less because you're eating less, because the foods you are eating are actually more nutritious for you. Number 2, with processed foods, you actually pay for packaging and marketing, not just the food, right? So a box of frozen meals or snacks might seem cheap, but much of what you're paying for is actually the branding, the packaging, the processing costs, the ad that they've put on Facebook, the ad that they've put on Instagram or TV. But when you buy whole foods like oats and potatoes and chicken and all those sorts of things, and you buy them in bulk, you're actually getting more food for your money. And yeah, it means you've got to spend more upfront. But if you were to budget that out over the month or whatever, it actually works out to be cheaper, and you're not paying just to pay for someone else's marketing expenses. Number 3, eating healthier actually will reduce your healthcare costs. And I know I've presented on this one before, and there are people who always kick back with, I have this and have this. I'm going to be brutally honest. A lot of the diseases, a lot of the issues, health issues that we have in Western society are food related. They are food related or they are obesity related. So a diet high in processed foods will result in obesity, which leads itself to a whole realm of issues. It will lead to diabetes. It will lead to heart disease. It will lead to a lot of chronic illnesses, autoimmune diseases. A lot of the autoimmune diseases can be helped with good nutritious food, can be slowed with good nutritious food. In some cases, can be stopped with good nutritious food, with watching our diet. So investing in nutritious foods now will help you to avoid costly medical bills in the future. Prevention is always better than treatment. It is always better to eat good food than to pop a pill. Number 4, cooking at home will save you money. Now, this is a big one coming from me. I love to eat out. I love to go out for brunch. I love to go out for dinner, try different foods, the whole experience of a restaurant. I freaking love it. My husband hates it. We never go out, right? But he's right. It is cheaper to eat at home. And a meal from a fast food restaurant may seem cheap up front. I don't think it does seem cheap up front, but it may for some people. But when you compare it to the cost of the per serving that you would cook at home, the home cooking always wins out, right? What you are actually paying for is time. So if you are strapped for money, then yeah, you're going to have to pay in time. But it will pay off dividends, so many dividends, right? Because your health will benefit. Your bank balance will benefit. And it's cost you a little bit more time and effort. But your health, oh my goodness, it'd be so much better, because you don't know what they're putting in those restaurant foods, or those, especially not those fast foods, right? There's sugar, so much sugar and salt and everything. But you will always save money and save health issues by cooking at home. So like, for example, a bag of, no, do you know what? I'm not even going to give that example. Number 5, healthy staples are some of the cheapest foods. So these are things that people think, oh, they're boring, oh, they're in the cupboard, I don't really use them, they're not, they're not fancy, they're not flashy, they're not, whatever. But you don't actually need to have fancy superfoods to eat well. We actually need to strip it back and go back to basics, like our ancestors have done for hundreds of years, without autoimmune issues, without cancer, without heart disease, without all of those, obesity, all those things that are killing us. We just need to go back to some of those most affordable, healthy foods that are staples, things like rice, beans, lentils, frozen vegetables if you don't want to pay for fresh, frozen fruit if you don't want to pay for fresh. My goodness, we live on so many frozen berries here. Eggs, don't underestimate eggs. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, meat. Don't be afraid to just keep eating meat and fish. Like the canned tuna's not terrible. Canned sardines, if you're into it, they're not terrible. All those sorts of things. And oats. Those absolute basics are actually very cheap to buy, easy to store, and don't take much time to cook. And they will do wonders for your health. And the last one is that processed foods actually make you more hungry. See, that junk food, that the packaged food is actually designed to make you crave more so that you buy more, or so that you don't eat one portion size, you eat 3 portion sizes, and then you need to go and buy more because you're out. It's a very clever marketing ploy. Now, the thing is these processed foods are often lacking in fiber and protein, which is what you actually need to feel full, right? So that's how they load it with the sugars, which makes you crave more because you're hungry again in 10 minutes or you're hungry again in half an hour. And it lacks that fiber and that protein to keep you full. Whereas if you've bought a steak or you've bought some eggs and you scramble up a couple of eggs and eat that, as opposed to eating a tub of processed yogurt, or I'm not anti-yogurt, by the way, but, they're real convenience foods. Like, some of those beautiful yogurts that have berries in them already, like those snack packs. Couple of eggs, 3 eggs scrambled up instead of that pot of yogurt. A, still probably less calories if you're calorie counting. B, no sugars. C, proteins and essential fats in the eggs. And you're only going to need 3 eggs. Whereas the yogurt, you'll be done. It's more calories, because I've just looked at them recently. It's more calories, and it's going to spike your insulin levels, and it's going to send sugars throughout your body, and you're going to be hungry again in 5 minutes, whereas you won't with the eggs. And it probably costs about the same. What are eggs? Eggs are about, let's say they're about 50 cents each at the moment here in Adelaide. There's $1.50 for 3 eggs. You pay more than $2 for one of those yogurt things. There you go. So whole foods will keep you satisfied for longer, which does mean you will buy less overall, you will eat less overall, and you will be healthier overall. Now, if you need help with some recipes, if you'd like some recipes, if you'd like a structured plan where you can eat more whole foods, save yourself some money, we have stacks of them on our website. Please feel free to go and grab yourself an 8-week or a 4-week plan. If you are someone who knows that you absolutely need some accountability, some help to move through this one, to build up your recipe bank, to put your health first, if you need some accountability, some more recipes, all those sorts of things, please reach out. This is exactly what I do. This is what our team does. We work with you to build that beautiful lifestyle that in the end is actually going to have you saving money. Have a great week, everyone.